G'day legends, JaWoodle here, and really fast. This weekend is the 4th installment of our yearly charity stream. It's Sunday morning Australian time, which is like Saturday afternoon or evening American time, and somewhere in between for the UK and Europe. It'll be a 12-hour event, and this year we're aiming to raise about $30,000. Because if we hit that, that means lifetime we'll have raised over 150 grand for good causes, which is that is a bonkers amount of money. There's going to be posters available again, like this one. This one's last year's. Plus prizes and giveaways and even some special guests. This year we're doing the Name a Zombie again as well. So for 20 bucks, you can name a zombie that will show up during the stream at any point in that stream and will try and eat me. And the charity page for that is already live, so you can get your zombie ahead of time. The link will be down below. And the rest of the things will be available only during the stream. I can't wait. Let's do some good for those who need it most. I'll see you there. G'day legends, my name's JaWoodle and welcome back to the new 3.0 update for 7 Days to Die, where I'm back because I think there's something really cool we can do with a block that I don't think we've ever done before. So I first came across this when I was going through this skyscraper POI, this construction site POI back, I think halfway through the Max Realism series, and I got stuck, I got stuck in these, which don't look like much. Because they're like air vent blocks, you can actually get into them, and the game, can't, oh my goodness, can't figure out what to do with ya. I got myself stuck in this once upon a time a while back, and I was like, I should come and look at this again when the new update drops. Since then, you guys have been in the comments I've shoved myself into it like I'm inside a freaking mailbox. You guys have been telling me in the comments that apparently this has some magical properties, and I should go and check it out. So I'm completely stuck. I'm completely cooked in here. So that is what we're doing today. They definitely need to fix this though. That's, you can't be having that. You can't have a block in a random POI that just gobbles players. There's already an Arlene in this game. She's doing the goblin for everyone. We don't need to make it worse. Air duct half. Yeah, all right. All right, you're coming to the park with me. There are a lot of different things that I want to do with it, but the first one's going to be just whacking it in some sort of horde base like this. We know that some blocks have pathing, whether the other blocks do not, but with you, if I go advanced rotation and chuck you facing, the right way up, this is the exact same block that was in that skyscraper. It's not like I could go and get it out of here. It was an air duct half, I think it was. I could go and get it out of the listing of block shapes and chuck my own down. I'm going to use the exact ones that I took from the construction site and see, like, is that a path? Is that a path that zombies will use? Wow, it just grabs ya. It's like an octopus. It's the octopus block. It just grabs you and holds you still. So if it does the same to zombies, this could be especially fun. Speaking of gobbling things, there's Arlene. You want to come around for me and go up the stairs. So I'm curious if she'll come across this, if she sees as a path, or if she'll take the longer way around. You're just decided to do absolutely nothing down there. They're taking the long way. Okay, that's all right. So it means it's not a viable pathway. I'll have to do something to get it to work, but that shouldn't actually be too difficult. So it should be like as easy as just chucking in any sort of block they can walk upon underneath, right? So now that will mean in their brain, they can walk up to here, they can drop down to them and carry on their merry way. That should work, I think. I don't think it needs to be complicated. Yeah, there we go. Up they come. You got to turn left. No, and they went straight. How can the zombies walk across blocks that I can't? It's the opposite. It's the anti-zombie force field. It's the player force field. You can make traps specifically for human players. So just like, can I just like walk onto them? Yeah, so if I walk onto them, I get stuck. But if a zombie walks onto them, they're fine. We've made the inverted zombie force field. It only traps players. Well, there you go. If you need a moat for your base to trap all your friends in, congratulations. We have that now. There has to be a way to get that to work against zombies, right? There has to be a way, surely. I'm going to chuck in the same blocks, but up on this side, so it's just like a line of gaping mouths, ready to grab whatever comes across the top of them. Grab you, we're going to copy that rotation and get you underneath. Now, half blocks should be a pathable block. It's still, it still grabs human players, which is all fine. Going to leave a body here and get a couple of Arlenes in. They're going up, they're going across, and they're just falling off. Oh, they're just falling off the side So maybe it was a speed issue. Because now we're starting to get a couple of better results. And what, you just hang out there for a little bit? I just now have my own pet Arlene. And she's actually blocking the route for the rest of the zombies. So I've made an obstacle they can't get past. A zombified obstacle. If speed was the issue, then maybe like chucking up some hurdles like that so they have to try and jump over the top will be a better option. Get a bunch of R's straight up the ramp, please. So they'll get to here, hop the hurdle, hopefully land in the buckets. Why? Why are you so good at getting across that? You're not supposed to be. You're supposed to have issues. One of them's fallen in the bucket. It's like the clown game at a fair. Can you get the Arlene in the bucket to win absolutely nothing? Well, I got one trapped, but how do I replicate that? Maybe like checkering him like that might do the job. I don't know. I don't know how to get like the most amount. Oh, the most amount of coverage possible. You don't like that. I'm not actually entirely sure why. I would have thought that'd be an easy one for you. Get another couple out the front. You guys can all go away, please. You're right in the way. Over the hump. Over the hump. There you go. Yeah, one's in. So if they land on it, they seem to have a better chance of going in the bucket, but otherwise they just run across. They just run across. Why? Arlene is weirdly amazing at this. That's okay. You know what? Because we have ways of making this work. I'm going to grab full solid blocks underneath. I've built enough contraption bases in this game in my time that I know how to get the zombies to do what I want. I just have to remember how to do it. Remember who the shit I am. That's gonna mean getting these blocks, chucking them on the side, and then all we're gonna do, kind of like the zombie dropper where you push them to the side using half blocks up the top, but instead of having a drop underneath, we're gonna have buckets. Zombie buckets all the way, and a little bit of caressing. So exactly like that. Exactly like that. It's tried and true. Earlier when I had them in a nice line like this, they were falling off the left-hand side, but now I've blocked that with half blocks. So that's still a viable path for them. We know that that's a thing for them. So they're going to try and run across there, but there's nothing but buckets the whole way along. I am confident this is going to work. And I know my confidence is often a precursor to my imminent failure, but this time, surely. They have no other route around. They have to come across. They're already pathing properly. Oh, you stopped and thought about it. You stopped and thought about it, and then look, you're just gonna sit right there and block the zombies behind. I mean, could just make a conga line of frozen zombies. Look at this. Oh no, you got pushed off the side. Sorry, Arls. They're slowly getting pushed along. Like a, wait, get off of there. Like a pasta maker, but instead of noodles, you're just squeezing Arlene's. I need to make it one block taller to stop them jumping across the top like that, but when they're all just sitting like that, you could, oh, talk about a headshot base. You could just sit right there with a sniper rifle and just turn them into Swiss zombie cheese. Grab you, headshots, right down the guts. Even I can't miss those. Now we're really starting to find some good stuff. So okay then, now we have what I think is like the basic mechanic. Get rid of all of you. How can I make this even better again? Like, how can I really genuinely take the piss with this? Like a racehorse in a bar after a couple of beers, how can I properly piss this so much? This is gonna be so much of a piss, there's gonna be a shelf for your beers. This is some proper classic Alpha 17 JaWoodle Park stuff now. This is where we came from. This is where I started, just finding a dumb mechanic and finding the best way I could possibly get to make that mechanic work for me. This is my bread and butter. This is what we do. Just because I really like the aesthetics, I'm going to paint all of the buckets red all the way along, because look at that. This is some old school killing corridor hotness. Even like it's got little chamfers on the side of it as well. I really like how that's all turned out. But now, so it's a 1 block wide path, but the entire path of it is zombie traps, but it's actually a 2 wide path for like bigger hordes or whatever you're having to deal with. I'm going to chuck in another block back here so that I can stand somewhere nice and good. I mean, now the scaffold is going to get in the way. Like, the prime real estate for Headshot Alley. Headshot. Maybe that's what we call this, Headshot Alley. It's like taken up by the rungs of the ladder. So I'll get rid of you so I can see a bit better. I mean, come on, look at that. That's like a Venus flytrapper for zombies, or like glue paper. That's great. I've got some AP rounds and the penetrator perk on for my sniper rifle so I can see what they do. Oh wow, I was so confident I was loading up fresh ammo. That's worse. That's worse. I mean, get off the roof. I didn't put any bars there. I didn't think you could make it that tall, but their zombie Jenga skills are second to none. So they are still getting stuck, but they're also getting real uppity down the end down there as well, which is significantly worse. It might just be something to do with the funneling them down from 2 blocks into 1, and they just don't want to do that, getting stuck on each other, and there's a little bit of collateral damage. But either way, that didn't work out anywhere near where I wanted to. So I've added an extra flange down the end to hopefully try and smooth that merge. If you've ever driven on the highway with a merge, you know that people can't fucking merge to save their lives, and apparently Arlene has the same amount of brain power as a regular car driver. Can't zip a merge. Can't do it to save their lives. The bars on top, though, are keeping in place. They are definitely getting rowdier about this than I'd like them to. Like, it's working, but not perfectly. There's one down the end down there that seems to be getting stuck and then unstuckifying herself. Oh, because she's getting pushed back. Look at that, she's moonwalking. MJ is alive in zombified form again. So she gets pushed back to regular solid ground, runs forward and gets stuck again. So it's more just a congestion issue than anything else, I guess. Too many zombies at once. I mean, you still get some juicy headshots through it. What if I run like a regular horde then? What if I chuck a horde to this and just see what happens with like the normal wave of zombies coming through? But I think we're gonna have some pretty similar issues. I can't believe it's the opposite to a zombie force field. It's harder to trap a zombie in this than a person. So you're stuck, and you're getting in the way of everyone, and they're starting to swing. So it works, but not quite perfectly. There has to be a design that works better for this. Just to see if I'm taking crazy pills or not, I reverted it back to just the single line, which we were having some pretty good success with. So maybe that might work a little bit better for me. I'm hoping that this will work nicer because the ones that don't get stuck, rather than getting mad and beating on the walls, I get pushed off the side, exactly like that. You climbed over the top. And again, I'm not killing any of the zombies, so I'm not freeing up any of the space. But you guys are taking swings. I wonder if you're taking swings at the zombies or at the wall itself. Like if I grab this, not all that much. My 112. I guess they are hitting the wall. So I mean, it's good. It's not perfect. It has some magical abilities. But I suppose if you actually fought them, Josh, maybe it'd be a little bit better. Because look, they're like that. I mean, that's too good, right? Like, that's too good to say no to. They drop down, they get in a nice little line, and you put holes through them. It can't get much better for a headshot base than that. I'm just gonna quickly experiment with some of these other air duct shapes. So what are you? You're the air duct ramp end. It looks a bit interesting. That might have some of the same things going on. Or even you. That was kind of ugly, so hopefully not. But we'll give these a go and see if they have the same idea. Because even potentially, if I go with the full air duct, I don't think that's gonna have like the catchment properties to it. I think it's something to do with the half block, but we'll try it anyway and just see if we have any better results. Nah, okay, well, they sucked. They're not even doing anything at all. Oh, but the full blocks do it. Or is that just because they're getting pushed out to the side by the half block? Excuse me, get rid of all of you. And if you actually go like fully into the buckets, nah, they're fine. They're fine. Just a bucket of Arlene's, but they're all good hopping across. Damn, for a moment there I thought that I had potential. I'm just struggling to get him to do this reliably. And actually, when we were testing these ladders, what are they called? The baluster railings, the broken balusters that are really good for kind of glitching out the zombie AI. Arlene was one of the few that didn't seem to have that much of an issue with it. So maybe we do the same thing again. We got a couple of zombie bikers, one of my most hated enemies in the entire game, and see if maybe they want to play in the buckets a little bit more readily. I mean, kind of. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but no, they were squeezed off the edge. I tried the double tracker. I don't think it's the right play. But even if that worked, it's no good having a trap that only works on a couple of zombies. You see, that's the issue. It's just the first one that gets stuck, and the ones behind it get mad about it. So it's just because there's a blockage. I don't think there's going to be a way to get that to change. Because, yeah, they have to push it far enough for the next block to become available before they stop getting mad about it. So I need you guys to stop, like, up here. I'm thinking maybe if I can push them onto the rail, onto the buckets halfway down, maybe that will stop them getting so congested at the start. The ones that coming behind will have more pace, more power to push whoever's stuck off the side, get stuck themselves, and then really all you need to do is just be actively fighting, sitting here and like when they stop, take the shot. It's an easy headshot. If you don't get the shot, that's fine. The next one will be there in just a moment. And maybe that will be a better way to use this. There is potential here. I know that. I just need to get it to work. I mean, that's better. That's much better. Yes, they're only falling a couple of blocks. They're going to go into the strike everything mode. But, I mean, assuming you were here, you could just go boop like that. In fact, you guys are trying to take your own routes. Oh, it's like a sneaky deaky shortcut. It's like a service road shortcut when you're turning left into the intersection. So you guys are going up the right-hand side, getting stuck straight away, which is fine. But then the merge lane goes around the outside, like two trailer park girls, and merges in further up. That's actually pretty good. Not quite the way I intended for it to work, but it does kind of work. I've added an extra bucket to the end because some of them were managed to slide far enough along that, like they're running right on the edge. They can get a little bit more distance towards you. You get stopped there. I'm gonna just get rid of you. You're now stuck, but they're getting stuck at 2 points. Those ones at the back are falling off the side. And importantly, they have nothing. Maybe that was my issue the whole along. They have nothing to break down. They're not gonna break the blocks underneath them. So maybe my issue is that I was trying to push them too deliberately into the buckets rather than just letting them fall off the side sometimes. Because they have nothing to break there. They're just going to sit there and think about what they've done. And you can just sit here with your gun, think about what you're going to do, and just nail them. Wait for them to stop, and then hit them. Very little risk, very little reason to miss. Not even me, with my complete lack of skills, can still miss sometimes, but you, with your skills, this should be a duck shoot. I wonder if that means I overcomplicated it. I overcomplicated it from the get-go and just cooked all this because I was too busy trying to think about some like optimal solution when apparently simpler might be better. So if I have it like this, no walls, no nothing, they've got some blocks underneath I can still path along, so they're fine there. All that's gonna happen is they're gonna fall off the side sometimes. They get pushed along a little bit. Easy triple kill them. If it's blocked, no worries, they fall off the side, and you can free up as much of the pathing as you want to, or just leave them there. So it was. So I just overcomplicated it, which I know isn't surprising for me. I tend to do that, but the simplest version is just 2 lines of buckets. You could go 1 line of buckets if you really want to, but if you built this far enough up where they didn't fall such a short distance, go destroy everything mode, like on the side of a building or something, then you would never have to worry. You could have a horde. In fact, let's get a horde. I'm just watching all these guys roll in out of the desert. You've made it all the way to the front. You go straight to the side. And I guess the worst that happens to you is you fall off the edge. You guys are properly in the buckets though. So you're going nowhere. It's like a claw machine. The claw, but it's the woodle. I will choose who will go and who will stay. So you two are going to stay there like the 2 best friends. And just wait. Wait for me to decide to depart you from the mortal realm. I mean, okay. That's A-okay. I'm just letting the ones coming up behind slot in behind them nicely. You've been freed. You took a grievous skateboarding injury there. One look at either side of the handrail is no one's idea of a good time. So you want to stay there forever. So we created a zombie trap that T-poses the zombies. This might be the, it's like a chorus line. We're zombs, manly zombs, we're zombs in tights. Yes. Just hanging out, doing your own thing. I think the magic number here is probably 4. Like the 4 blocks along. I've got 6 here, but they don't really make it anywhere near the last 2. 4 just for safety. Right, that's enough. That's enough now. Here, I'm gonna put you out of misery. Gonna get a grenade. And can I actually use these buckets as like a grenade holder? Right there. Right on the base of Arlene's foot. I'm pretty sure I pulled the pin. Did pull the pin, but it did protect you. So the grenade shrapnel does get caught in the buckets, and you can't quite just kill them all at once. Unless you're doing it that way. Yeah, I know. Mind blowing, right? I agree. I do kind of wish I had a bit more of a nudge back towards the middle. They are trying to go on the outside and keep slipping off. So like the success rate of getting them trapped isn't actually that high, as you can tell. I mean, they're running along the edge of it more often than not. But you made it all the way across. Very unusual. Well, maybe then, okay, hang on, I have an idea then. So if I'm concerned about getting that far across and not going into the bucket, maybe I leave the first couple of spots open and then put in the nudge blocks a little bit further along. So once they do get past the first few, when it's thinned out already, then I can kind of force their hand to go into the middle. So something like that. So at this point, if I make it that far, they're guaranteed to go in the bucket at that point. I'm just waiting for one of them to make it all the way across. I could even, I was gonna say, I could even put in some blocks on the side in there, but I can't. I can't, or could I? You did exactly what I was hoping for though. You got pushed back into the bucket, so that proved that theory. Hold on, I have one more idea that might make this even better again. So I can't put blocks on the side, like it's gonna have that gap every time. It's only gonna cause me issues, but what I could do, I could put a block on the top. There should be half sheets in here, there is. So if I put some half sheets just on the first couple blocks there, so it's a little bit wider, so they are gonna run a little bit further up. I don't think that won't have any impact. Like, how would that have an impact though? Because they're just gonna run along here, they have a more solid ground to get through. I mean, I'll test it, but I don't have high hopes for it. Nah, it's not doing it. It's not doing it. And in fact, you're taking swings at things. I think the zombies passing by them. Or maybe not. Actually, you're doing damage. Hang on a second. Are you doing damage to the block you're sitting in? That'd be interesting if you are. No, those are from the grenades and... No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just swinging it air. Swinging it mid-air, but yeah, those blocks are doing absolutely nothing. I do like these blocks. I like them better as like a way to trap and troll your friends rather than the zombies. It has value there. It's not quite foolproof, like there is still some like randomness to it, I guess, but you can expand, like I've got 6 blocks, you can expand it more. It will trap the zombies, you just have to be actively defending it. But I want to see what happens with like the dire wolves, what happens with the zombie bears, what happens with some of the bigger things that we're going to come across. Because maybe it's a more valuable trap for those ones. Nah, the bears don't care. Bears don't care, yeah, fair enough, at all. They've gone straight across the top. Are you right there, big dog? You're just taking shots at me, pot shots at me from across the way. Interesting. So it didn't trap the bear, but it did trap the direwolf, but importantly, only when the direwolf managed to get all the way up, like into the middle of the block. So it was running along the rim. He didn't have any issues with it. Maybe it was the same with the bear then. But it does trap bigger stuff. We'll try that. We'll try it with the bears again to see if I can force them into the middle of the blocks and see if that will. It does so. It's bricked him. It's completely bloody bricked him. You're still moving around back there, but you are completely still. So it does. So it doesn't matter what animal AI it is, it will grab them and brick them. You can just get out of the way, please. Thank you. What else can we throw at this? I can't think of anything else to do with it. I can't think of any other way that I can try and run things through here. I think because I have the fastest zombies, because I'm impatient and I refuse to wait for them to walk over things, I think slower zombies would walk like on the horizontal ones a whole lot easier and get trapped a whole lot easier. In fact, rather than saying I think, let's just test that. So you guys gonna have anywhere near as much trouble as before? They're still. I mean, eventually they get stuck, but they definitely did better at that than I thought they were going to. Yeah, okay, that's way better. That's way better. So when it's just walking, if you're on regular settings and there's walker zombies, they'll still make it across. Never mind. Never mind. They might get stuck, but it's not guaranteed. They're just totally good. They're totally fine at going across the horizontal ones. They've got to be the tubes instead of the boxes. Still works perfectly on people, though. Well, there you go. If you would like the most overpowered and ridiculous PvP trap apparel, it's just going to make all of your friends and enemies Alt F4 the game. You're welcome. You can hold them hostage forever. Because what do? Like, you'd have to, like, eat glass or commit suicide or some way. You'd have to kill yourself to get yourself out of there, or your character just stays there forever. Because if you log out, you come back in, you just go back to the place that you were. So you could completely brick and trap and, like, imprison people in your PvP world. That's a little bit too much power. That's a little bit too much power to be put on the internet. But I'm going to do it anyway, because why not? So enjoy that. Use that to, for whatever nefarious means you decide to, and think of me when you trap your friends and laugh in their trapped faces. We'll have to come back and hopefully find some other cool ways to use some of the new blocks in this game in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on whatever. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.